Hey everyone, my name is Mariam Iculet Arikosi, and today we're going to talk about how the pandemic has affected our lives as students, as youth, as Ugandans, and as children. Joining me today is Wicliff, and we're going to share on this very topic. Wicliff, how are you?
Fine.
Tell us about yourself.
My name is Mwesigye Wicliff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 13 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in P6.
Uh-huh.
And I study from Mbarara Junior School.
Mbarara Junior School. Oh, okay. How is Mbarara Junior School? Do you like it?
Yes.
What's your favorite subject?
Science.
Science. Why? What do you like about science? I used to like science as well, by the way.
I want to be a doctor.
Let's be a doctor. Ah, okay. Okay, that's good. I think you'll be a great doctor. I think you'll be a great doctor. So how has... Do you even know what the pandemic means? No, you don't. So, what do you know about COVID-19? What do you know about COVID?
It's a deadly disease.
Yep. Quite deadly.
It's pandemic.
Yes, it is. And a pandemic basically means that it has affected a large part of the world. So not only in Uganda, the continents of Africa, Europe, America, so many countries have been affected.
Yes.
So, I know the pandemic, what we know about it is lockdown, closing of schools, quarantine, curfew, basically no freedom, right?
Yes.
So how has all these different regulations affected you?
It has affected me negatively.
Hmm.
Because these days I don't play with my friends.
Really?
Because of COVID-19.
Hmm.
I have to stay in our houses.
Oh, that's sad. Hmm.
Doing nothing.
Doing nothing.
Yes.
Yeah, how does that feel?
Bad.
It's bad, yeah?
Yes.
So you hardly see your friends?
Yes.
So did you like school before the pandemic?
Yes.
You liked school?
Yes.
But do you even like it even more now?
Yes.
Because now you know the value of school.
Yes.
So when did you last see your friends?
Like in March.
Oh my god, that's like 6 months ago.
Yes.
That must be hard, eh? Yeah. So are you excited for the schools to reopen?
Yes.
So what would you want? What would be the first thing you want when schools open?
To play with my
To
friends.
play with your friends. That's really fun. So what do you do for fun? What do you do? What do you like?
I play football.
Really?
Yes.
I used to play football too. Do you believe that?
No.
Why? I don't look like I'm You don't believe that?
Yes.
I'm okay, an athlete. I play volleyball, but I used to play football. Who's your best player?
Messi.
Me too. What do you like about him? Wait, do you support Messi or the club that he's in?
Messi.
Messi. So
Yes.
you've gone with him. You know he left Barcelona.
Yes.
You're with him in PSG.
Yes.
Me too. I also followed him. I support Messi. So I followed him. So what would you change in this pandemic? What would you change of these lockdowns? What would you change among the restrictions that the pandemic has brought?
Reopening schools.
Reopening schools. Like
Yes.
that's the biggest thing, right?
Yes.
I think you're right, because I remember I used to look forward to going. Yes, I would look forward to holidays, but I would look forward to going to schools because that's where your friends are, right?
Yes.
So what do you know about disabilities?
Disabilities is a condition that makes it more difficult for a person to do certain activity. Yes.
True. That's actually very true. That's
Yes.
very true. So have you ever encountered someone with a disability?
Yes.
Really? Which one?
My friend's brother.
Okay. So someone close to you.
Yes.
What does he have?
I think he has rickets.
Rickets. Eh?
Yeah.
So his legs are a bit they're a bit
Yes.
deformed. Eh?
Yes.
So what do you think about him having a disability?
I think sometimes he doesn't feel well
Oh,
because he can't help himself to cross the road.
the road. Okay.
Yes.
So who helps him?
Me and his brother.
Oh, you help
sometimes,
him. That's really good. And how do other people treat him, especially like children?
Some people treat him well, and
Uh-huh.
some people treat him bad.
Really? Yeah.
He's not like a person.
Really?
Yes.
Because of his disability.
Yes.
Is that fair? Is that
No.
right?
It's not.
It's not right. Is that children or even adults?
Children. Yes.
So when do they play with him? Do they bully him?
Sometimes some children play with him, but many times when I go there, I see him alone, seated, watching kids playing.
When for him he's seated.
Yeah.
That must be hard on him, right? Because you can say that you miss your friends, you miss playing with your friends.
Yes.
Now, for him, that's his life. Even before the pandemic, he was being isolated.
Yes.
So what do you do to these people, or what would you say to these people who treat him differently because of his disability?
It's not good. You should treat him like a friend.
Yeah.
He's a person.
Yes, he is.
Yes,
he is. Who taught you that?
My brother.
Your brother.
Yeah.
How old is your brother?
17.
Oh, he's really good. So he helped kind of form that mindset towards. So what would you change, like in schools? Are you in the same school with him? Which school is he in?
Is Mbarara.
Very mixed. So how about in your school? Are there people who have disabilities? No. So what games does he play for him? Does he play all games?
No.
Which games does he play?
Sometimes I don't know how he does it, but he plays football.
Really?
Yes.
So meaning
I see him running.
So it means he can do anything if he's supported.
Yes.
So the issue is people don't involve him, they don't engage him, and they make him feel like he can't do these things, yet he can't.
Yes.
So you mean you're even impressed when he's doing those things?
Yes.
That must be nice. So what would you tell him, especially when he's isolated, when people leave him? What would be the words you would like to tell him?
I will tell him that those are not good friends.
True.
He should get good friends, like his brother.
Yes.
And like his friend too.
That's good.
Yes.
So you're proud to be his friend, and you love him.
Yes.
Now, to those ones who are, putting him aside, making him feel like he can't do all those things, what would you tell those children?
It's not good.
Definitely.
Yes. Because he never wanted to be like that.
True.
Yes.
He didn't choose to be like that.
Yes.
And do you think he can do anything? Do you think he can achieve whatever he wants to achieve?
Yes.
Definitely. Have you seen someone who has an issue like his, maybe different, but a disability, and they're doing big things?
Yes.
Really? Who do you know?
My neighbor.
Seems you're surrounded. Who is your neighbor?
He's called Moses.
Moses. What does he do?
He's a doctor.
He's a doctor?
Yes.
So it means that anyone, not like you want to be a doctor. So does he inspire you a bit?
Yes.
He inspires you. So what would you tell to people who think that those guys can't do anything, can't achieve anything?
I think they should. What's the question again?
What would you say to people who believe? That's okay. People who believe that they can't achieve anything, that because they are different.
Those who have disabilities.
Yes, there are those people who believe that they can't do anything. They should be separated. They can't do things on their own. What would you say to them? Because you're saying Moses is a doctor.
Yes. I tell them that when you have one leg,
yes,
have one arm, it's okay. You can do any job.
Exactly.
Yes.
And on what issue does Moses have? What is his disability?
His lame.
He's lame.
Yeah, he's lame.
He's lame. But he's still treating people.
Yes.
I think that's very inspiring. So,
and he works in ours.
Yeah. That organization.
People with disabilities.
Yes.
Yes.
That's really inspiring. That's really inspiring. Yes. So in your school, do they kind of teach you about these things?
Yes.
You laughed. No. Wait, why did you pause? They do.
Yes, they do.
Huh?
Yes.
What do they teach you? Quickly. What do they teach you?
They teach us that we should treat them nicely, like they are people, like they are our friends. They are not monsters.
They're not monsters. Definitely.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's really good. So they kind of prepare you to interact with them. They prepare you to involve them when you see them. They do that. You sure?
Yes.
Shout out to Mbarara Junior. That's really good. So, when you grow up, actually, even now, because you realize that by being friendly and loving and caring to your friend's brother, what's his name?
Drive.
Your one who has rickets?
No.
What's his name?
His name.
Well, being friendly to your friend and loving and caring to him, do you know that you're different from even other adults, that you're a better man, a better boy, that there are people who are older than you, who have traveled, who have learned, and they treat them badly? Do you know that you're special?
No.
You don't know that you're special? Now, let me tell you, you're actually very special, because like you're saying, the friends around you treat him badly, and for you, even in your young age, you can see that it's bad.
Yes.
Now, if you can see that now, what more are you going to do as you age?
I'm going to help them, to advise those people who go to them that it's not good. They never wanted to have one arm, one leg.
Yeah.
Like they can walk in a wheelchair. They never liked it.
Yeah. So, what would be your parting message to the children watching us, the adults watching us, everyone who is around who can make a difference? What would you want to tell them?
I want to tell them that they should treat the people around them with disabilities nicely. Even if he's your brother or your sister, you should treat him like he's your brother or his sister. Even treat them like friends. Don't put them aside like he's the odd man out because he has one leg, he has one arm. Treat them nicely, because you may not know in future he might be the one who gives you a job.
True. That's wonderful. So I would equally like to know, how have you handled this lockdown, being away from school, away from your friends for 6 months? How have you handled this?
I've been brave.
You've been brave.
Yes.
True. How have you been brave? What have you done? How can someone be inspired by you? Another child watching who is stressed, depressed. Yes, you've been brave. What have you done in your bravery?
You should keep revising your books.
True, because
Yes.
schools will reopen
Yes.
eventually.
You should. I kept hoping on that COVID-19 will end, so that we can go back, play, and go back to school, play with our friends, have fun with them, even our teachers.
Even you miss the teachers.
No.
You don't miss them. No, I know. Only your friends. Huh? Okay, so you've been revising. You've do you have friends around home?
Yes.
Have you been playing with them?
Yes.
So what would you tell a child who is maybe depressed, sad? They feel like the world has come to an end. They are not going to school. They don't know when they are going to school. The pandemic is not ending. It seems to be getting worse. What would you tell them?
They should be patient. They should trust in God. They should pray to Him, and they should protect themselves from COVID-19.
How can they protect themselves?
By wearing a mask, keeping at home, no unnecessary movements, going out, going to play your friends, going in Chianja.
Yeah. Do you know that the same way you've been affected, even your parents have been affected, even your siblings have been affected?
Yes.
How, of course, as a child, they have different obligations to you, but do us as children, sons and daughters, do we also have obligations to our parents? Do you think we have duties that we have to fulfill for them?
Yes.
What are they?
I think we should work hard
At home, eh?
at school or even at
At
home.
yes.
Yes. Because that money they are using to pay for school fees, they don't pick it on the ground.
True.
They work hard.
True.
So you have to work hard for them.
True.
Yes.
So now, since schools have been closed, how have you been supporting them as a child at home?
I've been helping them in household work.
Really? What do you do at home?
I wake up early in the morning. Mop the house, sweep the house.
That's really good.
Clean the compound.
That's really good.
Burn the rubbish.
Whoa, you're doing a lot. Eh? That's really good. And because, like I said, the same way you're sad, depressed, even them, their routine has changed, and they are also facing different issues. So do you talk at home about issues that you face? Do you have those discussions with your parents, your siblings?
No.
Not really. Yeah. You keep them to yourself. So how do you tell them you have a problem? How do you tell them?
if I have a problem,
Uh-huh.
I don't tell them. I tell my brother.
You tell your brother,
Yes.
the 17-year-old,
Yes.
and then what does he do?
He tells them.
He tells them.
Yes.
So you tell your brother, he tells them, then they fix it.
Yes.
So during this time, have you been talking to him about your issues? What's like the hardest thing you've experienced during this whole lockdown besides closure of schools?
I've been doing bad things.
What bad things? What have you been doing?
Destroying windows.
You've been destroying windows.
Yes,
Why?
I don't know.
Why?
When we play football.
Yeah. I used to do that as well. And I think parents that go through a lot. I am just recalling the windows we broke as children. Do you remember your parents' windows? I remember one time we were playing football from home and the ball went direct to my parents' window and they were sleeping. And they didn't come out. They stayed in their room and we took off. And they banned us from playing, but of course we continued playing.
Yes.
So what do they do when you break windows?
I don't know how can I
How you can explain?
Yes. And I tell my brother
To go and plead for you. He's your lawyer. He's the
Yes.
one to go and negotiate that. So Wicliff, so do they cane you?
Yes.
You do, right? That's why you do bad things, like breaking windows. So besides that, do you what would you advise other parents on how to deal with children, on how to parent as a child? Because remember, parents, they parent us. We are the ones who receive their parenting. So as a child who has been parented, what would you say to parents on how to improve their parenting style?
They should advise their children. Not every time beating.
As a child, I agree. I also agree. Not every time beating.
Yes.
Words can work, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But if he doesn't hear, then
You can.
you can do your job then.
But first.
Yes.
So how many times should a parent advise without beating over the same issue?
I think like 3.
Like 3 times.
Yes.
Then after beat.
Yeah.
After. So for so what do you love about your parents?
They're so understanding.
Oh, that's
Yes.
nice.
They first advise you when you do a wrong thing, and they keep you safe. They keep me safe from COVID-19.
That's really good.
Yes.
So as we conclude, maybe you can, as a child, one message, because you gave a message to the children and others in society, one message to the parents at homes and also the sons and daughters who are at home with their parents in this pandemic. How should they behave? How should they interact? And how should they treat each other while at home?
The children who are still at home, they should listen to their parents' advice. They shouldn't go out playing.
Unnecessarily, yeah.
Yeah. And parents should first warn them like 3 times before beating.
caning.
Yes.
I agree with that message. Yes.
And you should keep yourselves from COVID-19 because this pandemic is very
Real.
dangerous. It's real. Keep yourselves safe so that we can go back to schools, see our friends and our teachers.
Question mark. Thank you so much, Wicliff. It has been a very wonderful and engaging discussion. Hope to see you soon. Go and be the best son that you've been to your parents. Say hi to your brother and to your friend. Okay. Thanks for having us. Looking forward to having more interactions. Feel free to put any of your comments in the comment section. Follow us on all our social media platforms at Spero Child International on Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and TikTok. And follow our website for all our activities at Spero Child International. And subscribe and share this video to all your friends and loved ones. Bye.